Good morning.
No,
we're back.
Good afternoon.
Matt is making some cheesy eggs, some pancakes for lunch. It's lunchtime.
We realized kids start school here pretty soon, so we got to put some food in the freezer.
Yeah, so we're gonna probably be doing a few more breakfasts for lunch and supper the next couple days, because yeah, they need some quick meals for when that time comes. We've got a busy day in the kitchen today, don't we?
Yeah.
Got so many different things going on, so we're gonna take a little break, eat some lunch, get this all packed up for the freezer, and then we'll show you what we're doing. So today is just one of those beautiful days where we have so much going on in the kitchen. We've got the windows open, there's a nice cool breeze. It's just a great day to be inside and be doing lots in here because I'm not going to heat up the house. So today I'm going to be saving some tomato seeds. These are some of those giant crimson we are growing in our greenhouse, our hoop house. And as you can see, they were ripe and ready to pick. One of them cracked a little bit, and the other one's quite small. But I waited until they were ripe. Now I am specifically growing these so I can save some seeds. These are a very old variety that are pretty hard to come by, and I got these seeds from M.I. Gardener last year for $1 a seed. I think I got 5 seeds and all 5 germinated. So you better believe I'm going to be saving the giant crimson seeds. Now you can certainly save any tomato seed you grow or buy. You just might not end up with a very viable plant. But I'm saving these because they've been kept separate from all of our other tomato plants. And then I definitely want to be able to replant this variety. So I will probably continue to save seed from then on. Now most seeds you're saving are pretty simple. You just go ahead and you dry the seed right off of the plant. You take it, you let it dry, you're done. But tomato seeds are a little bit different because tomato seeds naturally, if they were to fall in the ground, if the tomato were to fall in the ground, it would start rotting and the seed would start rotting or fermenting right in the ground. And then you would be growing your seed that way. So it kind of naturally goes through that process. So I'm actually going to be fermenting my seeds to save them, my tomato seeds that is. So I'm just kind of scooping out the insides and all the seedy parts, the not meaty parts here. A little bit meaty part in there of these tomatoes. And I'm going to use the rest of this tomato to eat too. I wasn't super concerned with saving these tomatoes for eating, but I'm not going to let this go to waste, obviously. And I'm not too concerned if I get all the seeds either. I'm just going to go ahead and try to save as many of these seeds as I can. So I'm just cutting these in half, scooping out the seeds, putting them in a jar. Now I'm just going to cover my jar with some water, or cover my seeds in my jar with some water. You can simply cover this with a cloth. I've got my fermentation tops, so I've just made it a habit that if they're not being used for something, go ahead and use them. And this is only going to take a couple days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this cap on. Again, just use a cloth if you don't have something like this. And then I am going to let this do its magic. So what happens is any seeds that are bad are going to float up to the top along with any other icky junk. And this is going to get kind of that gel that you have on tomato seeds off as well. So all my good seeds are going to be on the bottom. I'm going to actually add a little bit more water just so I can really tell the difference. It's kind of a shallow jar. I'll help make it a little easier. I'm just going to set this out of light. I got my other fermentation, some pickles back here, just kind of hidden from the main sunlight in our house. Our kitchen's pretty dark, so it's a fine spot. And then I will come back to those in a couple days, and what I will do is I will just take all those seeds that are good on the bottom and I will let them dry out, and then I will pack them away for planting next year. So the next thing I'm working on in the kitchen today is I'm using up those tomatoes that we just took the seeds out of, and a few more tomatoes that we picked from the garden yesterday. And we're gonna make a quick batch of fresh salsa to go with supper tonight. There is just nothing I love more than fresh salsa in the summertime, early fall, and this will actually be our first batch of the year. Now, I didn't time my cilantro perfectly, and I should have got another batch of it going, so we won't have a ton of fresh cilantro for it. I do have some coriander out there since it's going to seed, and I do have some cilantro flower and stems and things I'll throw right in it. Now these other tomatoes are left over from the project Matt and I were working on yesterday. The two of us were in the kitchen all afternoon making pizza sauce. And our pizza sauce is just a seasoned tomato sauce. If you look in the Ball Complete Book of Home Canning, that is the recipe I'm using, is the seasoned tomato sauce. And we find it makes the perfect pizza sauce when it's really cooked down well. So behind me, in my big roaster pan, I've got 3 batches of spaghetti sauce cooking. And they have been cooking since last night. We're almost at a full 24 hours, and my house smells amazing. So while I've been busy in the kitchen, what have you been up to, Matt?
Getting this area ready because we have another animal coming.
Another animal? Is it a dairy cow?
To be exact.
A dairy? 4 dairy cows.
I'm not gonna say.
It's not. It's not.
You
It
already
is.
know what it is.
It is. I wish it was 4 dairy cows. No, that would be way too much work.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm busy in the kitchen doing lots of cooking and canning and stuff, and you are busy out here.
Trimming. I got this whole area and another area set up for him.
It's looking good.
Yeah.
Who knew we had this much space hiding behind the shed?
I did. It'll hold the deer in. I mean, the next animal.
Deer?
What if it's the next animal is a deer?
It could be. You never know. 4 turkeys. No, we got 4 of those. Those are our kids.
That's more like gremlins.
Yeah, I think we've
Sometimes.
officially got, yeah, you'll see in like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
A little over a week they'll be here. Ah!
Yeah, just over a week. Oh, that's gonna be crazy. A lot of things have to be done.
It's always something. It's always
I'm
something.
excited though. I've wanted these, well, I should say we wanted these for about 1.5 years. We've talked about it.
We can't give it too much away. We
Tossed around the idea,
have
but we
talked
didn't
to
go
them
through
about
with it. No, we didn't say anything to it.
Oh, yeah. So Matt's probably really excited because this is like the first, I feel like, physical labor you've done in a while.
Yeah. So some of you guys noticed I haven't been in videos and you're wondering why, and we had some questions. I had what's called abdominal, right? Abdominal.
Umbilical.
Umbilical cord hernia in the stomach area. So I had a 1-inch cut in my stomach.
In his like abdomen muscle.
Yeah.
So that really put a damper on Matt's ability to do most everything you do.
Yeah, it happened right after, like early summer, and then I started having a ton of pain. I couldn't deal with it no more. Went to the doctor and they did some scans and they're like, okay, you're having surgery this Friday. So
yeah, Matt's been healing up from that, especially after this winter you had the foot thing.
Yeah, broken ankle.
Now we got the stomach thing.
We're done for the year.
We're done. This has to be it. Where's some wood? We better knock on some wood or something. That's it. That's enough.
Yeah, I don't want nothing else.
So yeah, so thank you guys for your patience watching me in the kitchen and canning a lot.
And sorry you guys are so bored with her in the videos all the time and not me.
I tell Matt I'm not nearly as entertaining. Maybe more educational though. Bye, see you later.
You better run.
So the kids were out by the garden and they picked a whole bunch of onions for me, which is awesome. I haven't been down there to see exactly if they cleaned out a bed or whatnot. They got a basket full of onions. They did apologize for accidentally picking one of my onions with a flower on it, which is fine. I would probably cook this because it definitely wasn't ready for seed yet. But I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these onions for our salsa. So got all my tomatoes cut up, and I'm going to add some really good salt to them. I think this is the trick to making a really good fresh homemade salsa, is adding the salt to the tomatoes. I think that's what needs the seasoning, not everything else. Honestly, I would eat this just like this. So I'm gonna add a little bit more salt, put this in the fridge, and let it sit for a while I'm getting the rest of my ingredients cut up. So supper is going. Matt, what you doing?
Canning up the pizza sauce.
He's gonna get the pizza sauce canned. The pickles I made the other day are gonna have to go put in the root cellar, so Matt has somewhere to put that sauce.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away, standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere. Maybe there is a star with your name. One thing I know is that
It's our last batch of pizza sauce coming out. We ended up with 16 jars, so this was our batch 3 times, so it should have been 18 jars, but we probably had another 2 pints worth that I put in the fridge so we can have pizza tomorrow night. So it was pretty accurate on that, but pizza going in the, well, it's gonna sit on the table overnight, but then it will be downstairs in the root cellar. If you want to see how we are making this whole pizza sauce recipe, just leave a comment down below and we can certainly make a video on it. Oh, I'm glad you got to see us again. Bye.